Here we are with week one of the Diagnostic Tips, brought to you by yours truly, Joshua Cheshire. What we're going to talk about week one is we're going to discuss our 4 questions. You know what they are. We've been talking about them at every diagnostic seminar we've had. Rich McKenna did a beautiful job going over them out at Banning Mills, and then again we had one in December. Just going over them, and really it's what I do every time I'm on the truck doing a dealer ride with you guys. Is I walk in and I just ask, what are you using for a scan tool? How does it work? Are you happy with it? That's how you get the conversation started. It's just what you do with toolboxes, except the toolbox is a little more obvious. It's sitting out, it's pretty, you can see it, you know what it is. So you can dive in a little quicker. With diagnostics, you got to kind of find it. It's hidden in a drawer. It's in the manager's office. Who knows where it's at? So we're asking what they're using. Whether it be a Snap-on, Autel, our product, whatever it is, find out what it is and what they're using in the shop. The next question I use, I know they like to know when it's updated, which is a very valid point. But my first follow-up as to what you're using is, are you happy with it? Does it do everything you need it to do? Is there anything that it's left you short on? Is there something that you were at in the last week or 2 weeks that you could have, programmed this or looked at the data for this sensor or had the bidirectional controls to do that, and it just didn't do it? To find out where their temperature is on the tool. Because you definitely don't want to insult them about, talking down about a tool, and that's really no way to sell a tool anyway. When was it last updated? So at this point, you're getting into the money. So now we've gauged where their temperature is on the tool that they have, how much they like it, whether we've got a chance to move in here. When was it updated? Let's get in the money. Let's start talking about when was it updated? Well, that can tell you a lot about where their diagnostics are in the shop. If it hasn't been updated in 4 or 5 years, they're probably not a heavy hitting diagnostic shop. However, could benefit immensely from getting a new tool that is up to date. So, typical updates, you're figuring in between $700 to $1,200. So you've got some money. So they haven't updated well. Maybe they're looking at doing it. So, are they planning to update it? Does it have European? A lot of scan tools require extra purchase for European. So if they don't have it, but they're wanting to get into more European vehicles because there's more money in it, maybe there's another $1,000 they're looking to add on. So we could potentially be at about $2,000 in your head and in the back of their minds already. And then the other thing, it says one thing you can change about your scan tool, but that kind of goes to the first follow-up question I have is what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? If you could change it, what would you prefer it to do, or what would you prefer the layout to be? So those are very valid questions, and how I always get the conversation going. If you're not selling diagnostics in your area, I promise you somebody else is. They have to have it. There's no way around it unless they're working on old vehicles or maybe a body shop that sends everything out. But diagnostics is a huge part of our industry, and it is going to grow immensely over these next few years as well. But you need to be talking about it. You don't have to provide a solution right then and there, and I think that's a mistake some people come up with is it's not something you have to provide a solution for at that conversation point or anything. Get some information, collect it. If you want to print out a custom form of questions, these questions right here, print it out, take it in there and fill it out. You may feel silly doing it, but how silly will you feel when you sell $3,000 scan tool? Or how silly will you feel when your competition sells a $3,000 scan tool because you didn't want to put a pen and paper together in front of the customer. But collect this information and then call me or email me or text me. We can get these answers for you, and you can go back in there with a informed answer, not just some phlegm, something off the top of your head that may or may not make sense. But we can get them educated information, and that gives them a chance to understand the backing behind Matco Diagnostics support. That you would be willing to say, hey, look, I don't know a lot about this. I've got a great diagnostic team. I'm not a part of that, but let me get with them, get some information next week. I'll come in here and show you what they had to say. And we can go it that way. So you're not putting them off, and you're not blowing smoke up their skirt. You're being honest. You're giving them a chance to see what we can do on the back end of things. You're there every week. They know you're going to be there every week. They trust that you're going to be there every week. But now they need to know how things work behind the curtain, the things they can't see. How's the support there? And diagnostics is huge. We've got great support built in. We've got the 1-800 number. We've got a local diagnostic sales representative. We've got our DMs that are really pushing for it. And there's multiple avenues of contact to give support to the end users and you as well. So collect the information. Let's start closing some of these deals. Now, for you, my diagnostic physicians, what I do, I want to run it down so you can take full advantage of me. I ride with you. I will come out. I'll spend a full day, sun up to sundown, going on your route, whether you want to rearrange your whole route, which I've had some guys do, that's worked out phenomenal. They take me and they throw their route out for the day, and they say, we're going to go hit everybody that I know I've talked diagnostics to that this guy needs to get in front of. So we'll go do every diagnostic stop, and it works out wonderful because there's so many leads. There's diagnostics all day long. I've had guys that, they're like, hey, we do so with diagnostics. We'll just run their route. And, we still kick over leads. We still kick over sales because the specialist is here. So the conversation naturally gravitates towards diagnostics with me on the truck. So I do those. You need to call me, text me, email me. We need to get these set up. I'll come out. We'll do everything. End-user seminars. What an easy way to jumpstart diagnostics in your area. If you don't have a big diagnostic sales in your business, diagnostics, you got to think, as much as they're using a scan tool every day, I would have to think that 20 to 25, maybe even 30% of your business should be diagnostic related in some form or fashion. Code readers, the Match 2OA, the Go, the Me, TPMS, any of them add-on modules, for instance, your sensor box, your battery box, all that stuff. I would think as much as they are having to use diagnostics in their world of repairs, it should easily be 20% of your business. And if it's not, seminars would be a great way to start jumping off some sales and some excitement and some discussions about scan tools and things in your area. Or maybe you do a lot with guys. You know what? I guarantee you that not everybody in your area knows the full potential of the scan tool that they bought. So it'd be a great way to educate them, to give them more information, some shortcuts, ways to set up printers, to meet a face with who's behind it. So don't discredit a seminar. And they're so easy to put on. You can go find a good shop that's got a nice layout, go to the guy and say, hey, look, we're thinking about putting a diagnostic seminar, and I really think your shop will be a great location and to my customers in my area. And, I won't charge your guys $1 to come in and attend, and you'll get some free diagnostic training if you can donate the facility. Or then round up some tables and chairs. I'll pay for the food and bring it in. Really, all you're going to have is print and paper for flyers and just talk it up. I cannot stress to you, talk about it every stop, every day, every week. The same people keep drilling it, the date, the time, the food, the guy that's going to be there doing the diagnostic seminar, the education they're going to get. Just keep drilling it because that's the way you're going to get them there. Charge them $25. Give them a ticket. We can make something up to give them something to have in their hand to put on their toolbox. Heck, I'd print off 600 flyers, and I put on everybody's toolbox every single week. The same guy would have 6 of them if it was 6 weeks out. Maybe even more if I put them in the flyers too. But just keep it going. Charging $25. If they show up, say, hey, look, I'll give you that $25 back on truck credit. So now he's got a $25 credit towards a tool that he wants to purchase. Now you're not taking it off of his bill. You're going to give him a credit towards his next purchase. And that'll give him a way to get there and get some skin in the game. They'll start attending. Independent selling days is another thing that I have. This is a great thing that Matco has allowed us to build into our schedule. It's a way to follow up after a ride. So we go out, we do a ride, we talk basic diagnostics, we get them excited, and maybe we get a couple guys, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that are really into diagnostics. They really want to know more. There's really, deep questions that you can't answer, and we don't have time to stay there and answer because we got to finish the day. So independent selling days are when I can go back out into your area with those 5 or 6 shops and drive around and see them and answer those in-depth diagnostic questions that they want answered to finish and close that sale for you. So there's a lot of things I can do, and you know what? I don't cost you anything. So you have an assistant that you can bring out into your area to sell $3,000 tools. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? It's what I do. I'm very upfront with people, because I'm sure a lot of you already know. I want it to be as seamless as possible for you and for me. Obviously, the least amount of phone calls we have following up after a sale, the better that sale was. And I understand that. So, because I know who they're going to call, and I know who you're going to call. So, we've got the support. I'm wanting to come out and help you in your area. Please take advantage of me. Text me, call me, get in touch with your DMs. Let's get these rides scheduled, and let's get the seminars going. There's been a lot of huge success with our end-user seminars this past 6 months since I've been on board. A lot of guys that, went ahead and put one on, and they walk out of there with 2 or 3 sales, and they walk out with 5 or 6 extra leads on top of the sales that they can follow up with, So it's definitely a big thing to do in your area, and one way to show a customer appreciation than it appearing as though you paid a lot of money to bring in this guy, you paid money for their food, and in fact, I took care of it, and you get all the glory. It's a customer appreciation thing too. So use it that way. Do some door prizes, maybe some shirts or hats or beanies you've got left over to make it fun. And get them winning some prizes. And I mean, like you say, you got contests on the truck, let's have some fun with it. I definitely think we can make some big headway here in 2017 and moving forward. My phone number, so you have it. All your DMs have it. It's been in emails, so there's no reason not to have it. Give me a holler, and we'll get this set up. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you next week.